So we're going to be doing a little group tapping here at Namaste Village. And the first person to make herself vulnerable and share courageously has been dealing with anxiety, wants to release and be done with anxiety. And how many of us in the room and on Zoom or whatever you're on, I forget what you're on, can relate?
Right.
Yeah. Having anxiety and impatience with where the hell it's going. I don't want to spend my whole life this way. And this person also has aging as one of the triggers. The more we age, for many of us, the less we have control. And control is a big one to give up. Control in one hand, trust in the other. These hands don't go well. They don't play well together. Usually we want the control. And so we're going to be tapping on letting go of the need for control, trusting the process. And here's an interesting thing. It's just coming up. I don't know if it's for everyone, but it's coming up for you. Grief. Because what you're experiencing besides anxiety is the sadness of the loss of control, the loss of your, you've been right on, so your edge, your intellectual and your edge is not as sharp as it used to be. And that is very threatening to the part of you that thinks that your intellectual edge is your safety in this world. So let's do some tapping. Bada boom, bada bing. Even though I feel frustrated, I've been so anxious. Say it along.
Even though I feel frustrated, I've been so anxious.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
Even though I feel sad about how much I'm losing.
Even though I feel sad about how much I'm losing.
In terms of control.
In terms of control.
I choose to go ahead and love and honor myself.
I choose to go ahead and love and honor myself.
Even though I have this anxiety.
Even though I have this anxiety.
And lots of things trigger it.
And lots of things trigger it.
And I'm afraid it's going to get worse.
And I'm afraid it's going to get worse.
I'm afraid the more I age.
I'm afraid the more I age.
The less control I have.
The less control I have.
And the more in danger I might be.
And the more in danger I might be.
And even though I have all this fear of danger.
Even though I have all this fear of danger.
I choose to love and accept all of me.
I choose to love and accept all of me.
And to know that all is well.
And to know that all is well.
At any age.
At any age.
All of the time.
All the time.
That the more I can't take care of myself.
The more I can take care of myself.
The more God takes care of me.
The more God takes care of me.
It's a perfect balance.
It's a perfect balance.
It's a perfect process.
Perfect process.
And there's absolutely nothing to fear.
There's absolutely nothing to fear.
Okay, so start tapping and repeating back this fear of aging.
This fear of aging.
This fear of losing control.
This fear of losing control.
This fear of being in danger.
This fear of being in danger.
Because I'm not so in control.
Because I'm not so in control.
I've been taught that control is my safety.
I've been taught control is my safety.
My intellectual prowess.
My intellectual prowess.
It has given me the edge.
It's given me the edge.
And who would I be?
And who would I be
without my edge?
without my edge?
Who am I
Who am I
without my intellectual prowess?
without my intellectual prowess?
Without my hands on the steering wheel?
Without my hands on the steering wheel?
Will I be safe?
Will I be safe?
Could I be happy?
Could I be happy?
Could I age gracefully?
Could I age gracefully?
All this fear
All this fear
that it's impossible to age gracefully
that it's impossible to age gracefully.
because I'm giving up too much.
I'm giving up too much.
And I'm willing to just let this fear be.
And I'm willing to just let this fear be.
As if it's a scared child.
As if it's a scared child.
It just needs to be heard.
It needs to be heard.
I'm afraid this might happen.
I'm afraid this might happen.
I'm afraid that's going to happen.
I'm afraid that's going to happen.
I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to.
I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to.
And so on.
And so on.
I hear you, fear.
I hear you.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
And now I take a deep breath.
Now take a deep breath.
And just notice how relaxed my body is right now.
Just notice how relaxed my body is right now.
That my breath is being breathed.
That my breath is being breathed.
I don't have to support my body in survival.
I don't have to support my body in survival.
It survives just fine by itself.
It survives just fine by itself.
And maybe that's always the case.
Maybe that's always the case.
Maybe being alive supports me.
Maybe being alive supports me.
Maybe being alive is my life support system.
Is my life support system.
Maybe I don't need to control any of it.
Maybe I don't have to control any of it.
Just like when I'm asleep in the middle of the night,
Just like when I'm asleep in the middle of the night.
I don't need to control anything.
I don't control anything.
My body's doing fine with or without me.
My body's doing fine with or without
So I'm letting go of this fear
So letting go of the fear.
that I have to be in control
That I have to be in control.
to feel safe.
To feel safe.
I can enjoy this aging process.
I can enjoy this aging process.
For everything I lose,
For everything I lose.
I gain so much wisdom,
I gain so much wisdom.
so much capacity for joy,
So much capacity for joy.
so much ease in the present moment.
So much ease in the present moment.
So I choose to be present moment.
Choose to be present in this moment.
The fact that this body is aging,
The fact that this body is aging.
it's none of my business.
It's none of my business.
This is supposed to be fun.
This is supposed to be fun.
And I'm having fun,
I'm having fun.
no matter what.
No matter what.
Breathing nice and deep
Breathe nice and deep.
and effortlessly too,
And effortlessly too.
in body, mind, and spirit.
Body, mind, and spirit.
Nice deep breath, everyone. Wow. This is very cliche, but was it good for you?
I think so.
Good, good. It'll be on my YouTube channel if you ever want to like repeat
Yeah,
and
dude.
rinse and lather and
Yeah.
yeah, we'll figure it out. So, wow, wonderful. What a great start. What else is on the menu for tonight? Sky's the limit as far as I'm concerned. Could be cancer, could be ingrown toenail.
I'm feeling a lot of frustration with what just transpired between me and Luis and Laura about me having a message that says that I'm making the menu and therefore I'm not going to be paying for food. And then I just got this
All right.
message from
I know the story.
you know the whole story.
And you know what I want to ask you?
Yeah.
To me, there seems to be two stories, two ways of interpreting it that can be painful. And I'm wondering which one is the most alive for you. One of them is just the betrayal, or let's say dishonesty, just being told one thing and having another thing happen. So you could say that could be a loss of trust in your relationship with Laura.
That's it.
Okay. All right. So for those of you listening at home, so this man just revealed that he's had a loss of trust in a working relationship, actually in a friendship, really, and a working relationship. And he was told one thing, and then something quite the opposite was asked of him. And so he's sitting here with all these feelings. And I want us all to just like be with Jet by remembering something in your life in the past that has happened in which you felt very strongly like you were a victim of somebody's deception, somebody saying one thing but not remembering it, and in the next moment saying the opposite. Loss of trust, loss of safety, maybe anger, wanting to be treated fairly. So that's what we're going to be tapping on. We're going to be tapping on it for Jet, for anybody who has a little bit of that issue or a lot of it, and for the whole group collective. Because every time we do this kind of group tapping thing, we're tapping for humanity, the insanity of humanity. So, yeah, Jet, whether you feel these things or not, just know that they're in the collective. Some of the things we'll be tapping on you might not relate to, but the whole enchilada is going to be worked on. We're in Mexico, so I get to say enchilada. Okay. Even though I feel betrayed.
Even though I feel betrayed.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
Even though I feel a tremendous loss of trust.
Even though I feel a tremendous loss of trust.
I deeply love and accept all parts of me right now.
I deeply love and accept all parts of me right now.
Even though I feel angry.
Even though I feel angry.
How dare she?
How dare she?
Or he.
Or he.
Just, want to cover my bases. And actually non-gender, please, whatever you want to throw in there. So really, just getting back to the anger. How dare she?
How dare she?
I resent being lied to.
I resent being lied to.
And even though I resent being lied to,
Even though I resent being lied to,
I choose to love and accept all of my feelings.
I choose to love and accept all of my feelings.
Because they're all valid right now.
Because they're all valid right now.
Hey, you lied to me.
You lied to me.
You told me one thing and then you said something totally different.
You told me one thing and then you said something totally different.
I feel angry.
I go,
How dare you?
how dare you?
I want you to know how hurt I feel.
I want you to know how hurt I feel.
I want you to know how important this is.
I want you to know how important this is.
I have to work with you and relate to you.
I have to work with you. And wait
I
for
don't
you.
want this in between us.
I don't want this between us.
Feels like I need an apology.
Feels like I need an apology.
And that would be nice.
And that would be nice.
But I really don't want to need anything from you.
I really don't want to need anything from you.
Because I may or may not get that apology.
Because I may or may not get that apology.
So I'm going to give myself
So I'm going to give myself
the compassionate understanding
The compassionate understanding
that my heart is I feel hurt.
I feel
hurt.
I feel wounded
I feel wounded.
underneath all this anger.
underneath all this anger.
I feel like I need to lick my wounds
I feel like I need to lick my wounds
and give myself some love
and give myself some love.
and tell myself I didn't deserve that.
And tell myself I didn't deserve that.
That's not what I'm made of.
That's not what I'm made
And
of.
that's not what I want or need from others.
That's not what I want or need from others.
And this is going to get cleared up
This is gonna get cleared up.
in one way or another.
In one way or another.
Maybe it's just a misunderstanding.
Maybe it's just misunderstanding.
Maybe as we talk it out,
Maybe as we talk it out,
we'll end up laughing about it.
we'll end up laughing about it.
I'm open to that possibility.
I'm up to that possibility.
But meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
I'm going to honor these feelings
I'm gonna honor these feelings
and take good care of myself.
and take good care of myself.
Nice deep breath. I like the idea of bringing in the possibility that it was just a misunderstanding and that you'll end up laughing together about this. Yeah. So, welcome, by the way. You are you're new here, anybody gets to raise their hand and say, let's tap on something. And gosh, the subjects could be anything from something that hurts to something you want deeper celebration about, something that you're feeling grateful for, but you want to go deeper in your gratitude. So it could be it doesn't have to be all the negative stuff we think about. You could actually say, I want to tap on in 2023 making this amount of pesos. You can tap on a goal. We can help you tap in your goal using the law of attraction. I see a face. And I think it belongs to Anne. Yeah. Do you have something? Because your mouth started to look like you were about to say something.
Well, no, what I'm saying was the two we've already done are perfect for me. So thank you.
You've already got your money's worth.
Thank you for sharing, yes.
All right.
I have another one if someone does.
Okay, good. Let's put you on hold for a second. And let's go to, so Path, what is your,
Then there's two, so I'm gonna go
There's
for the
two.
second one. I want
Okay.
to get rid of I want to
get rid of that vocabulary.
I want to work with whatever subconscious blocks there are to having a thriving yoga practice.
All right. So those of you that are listening at home, our friend Path here said she wants to let go of whatever blocks there are in between her and having a thriving yoga practice. Beautiful. And I want to ask you, what's your best guess? Because you're such a perceptive being. What do you think subconsciously is, or even consciously is in the way of you having a thriving yoga practice?
Comparison mind and lack of self-confidence.
Okay.
May I ask a question? Or is your yoga practice, are you a teacher, that yoga practice, or your own practice of yoga?
No, she wants to go publicly. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you, I just needed clarification.
so when you say lack of confidence, the only way to build confidence is to take action steps and learn from your fumblings, and you gain confidence through action. You can't gain confidence through tapping. So, but what we can do with tapping is help you release the fears that there's something dangerous about making mistakes, that there's something dangerous about being a beginner, that there's something not fun about just doing it. All right. So just to join with Path or join with your own journey, think about something that resembles that remark. Just something you'd love to do that you think you have to be perfect at or really good at before you start. So you sit there and you're like a spectator waiting for the confidence to get on the field, when what your heart wants to do is just get on the field, make some mistakes and have some fun. All right. And you too at home. So let's tap. Just bringing that dream in your heart, feeling it, allowing yourself to feel a passion for it, an enthusiasm, hope, vulnerability. Like, I really want this, I really want this. And I don't want to get in my own way. So let's just start tapping. Even though I really want this,
Even though I really want this,
and I'm afraid if I go for it,
and I'm afraid if I go for it,
I'm going to really fail.
I'm going to really fail.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
Even though I really, really want this to happen.
Even though I really want this to happen.
I really love myself as a yoga teacher.
I really love myself as a yoga teacher.
That's the starring role in my movie.
That's a starring role in my movie.
And even though it's scary to be a star in my own movie,
And
even though it's scary to be a star in my own movie.
What if I get bad reviews?
What if I get bad reviews?
What if the critics pan me?
What if the critics pan me?
And what if I'll beat myself up for the rest of eternity?
What if I beat myself up for the rest of eternity?
And even though I have these fears and doubts,
Even though I have these fears and doubts,
I choose to love and honor all parts of me
I choose to love and honor all parts of me.
and have a good time in the process.
And have a good time in the process.
This fear of failure.
Fear of failure.
Such a fear of failure
Such a fear of failure.
that I've convinced myself
That I have convinced myself
that if I don't start,
if I don't start,
I'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
I won't fail.
I won't fail.
Not trying
Not trying
is a success.
is a success.
And I call bullshit on that.
And I call bullshit on that.
Yeah, I know that's not my highest truth.
I know that's not my highest truth.
And I release my attachment
And I release my attachment
to staying in my comfort zone
to staying in my comfort zone,
out of the fear of making mistakes.
out of the fear of making mistakes.
You know, what if I just realize I am going to make mistakes
What if I just realize I am going to make mistakes?
and that's going to be just fine?
And that's going to be just fine.
There's not going to be any judgment out there.
There's not going to be any judgment out there.
There's just been some judgment in here,
There's no judgment in here.
and I choose to let it go
And I choose to let it go.
because a deeper part of me
Because the deeper part of me
knows that saying yes
knows that saying yes
is going to lead to more fun,
is going to lead to more fun,
more of a sense of expansion,
more of a sense of expansion,
of me without limits,
of me without limits,
of me with, yes, I can.
of me with yes, I can.
And that's going to feel good.
And that's going to feel good.
Maybe a part of me has been scared
Maybe a part of me is scared
of feeling so good.
of feeling so good.
Like if I really get my hopes up,
Like if I really get my hopes up,
it's going to be very painful crashing down
it's going to be very painful crashing
into the
down
inevitable disappointments,
into the inevitable disappointment.
like the ones from my childhood.
Like the ones from my childhood.
And that is my past.
And that is my
I choose to trust
I choose to trust
that at this point,
that at this point
I have the tools
I have the tools
to gracefully handle disappointment
to gracefully handle disappointment
if it happens that way.
if it happens that
And I
way.
also trust
And I also trust
that I have the tools
that I have the tools
to graciously handle joy
to graciously handle joy
and passion
and passion
and enjoy even the mistakes I make
and enjoy even the mistakes I make
as I let myself
as I let myself
be a joyful beginner
be a joyful beginner
and stretch my emotional muscles
and stretch my emotional muscles
into the yoga
into the yoga
of being a yoga teacher
of being a yoga teacher.
in body, mind, and spirit. Nice deep breath.
Body, mind, and spirit.
Nice deep breath.
Covered a lot of bases. That was good. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, I can. I should run for president.
Yes.
I can. Well, we've got time for at least one or two more volunteers. I know you're waiting patiently in case there isn't another issue that gets put on the table, but let's give ourselves a few moments to breathe and see if you want to be the recipient of some support tonight. If so, then join the Me Too movement. The part of you that's saying, Me too! I want some help.
So I'd like some. I'm annoyed at myself because my nose is running a little bit, and
Yeah.
I have sinus pain and some coughing, and I'm worried it's going to become a cold, which is what I don't want. or even worse, laryngitis. But
Could be cancer.
seems unlikely.
All right. So this is James, and I just want to say, just to summarize, that James is concerned because he has some physical symptoms that could turn into a cough or a cold, or even maybe what?
Oh, laryngitis.
Laryngitis. Laryngitis. And so, here's a man who values his throat chakra being open and his health and his well-being. And we value that with you. And let's do some tapping to tap in some health and some trust that your immune system, sir, is, and pardon the technical jargon, kicking ass.
Okay. Yes.
All right. All right. So let's tap on James and all of our immune systems kicking ass.
Okay.
And to start, just see if there's any part of you, any little voice inside of you that feels a little helpless in regards to all the bugs out there, that feels a little powerless in regards to what aging can bring, that feels like you're not really in total leadership of your immune system, that your immune system could break down like a car, and need a boost from somebody else's immune system. So any thoughts or feelings of powerlessness or victim when it comes to the miracle of your body's ability to heal and repair and restore itself. Okay, because we're going to be starting by tapping on doubt. Even though I have some doubt that my immune system can figure this out, I choose not to worry or pout. Or try to figure this out. I choose to just love and nurture myself. Even though I feel scared that my immune system ain't what it used to be. I choose to honor and accept all of my feelings. Even though a part of me thinks it's a big, bad world of germs out there. Little microscopic organisms that don't have my best interests in mind, that want to invade my space and do things to my body without my consent. I demand my consent. Otherwise, I'll sue. And while I'm lightening up about this, I choose to trust and honor the integrity of my immune system. And trust that my body's got this covered. Any symptoms I feel are the cure in progress. My body's got this. So I choose to relax, drink plenty of liquid, and have a good time while my body does its job. 24/7, looking out for my best interests. Good job, body. All this fear that I'm not powerful. All these doubts about my immune system. As if I'm tuning into the radio station of the world mind. The matrix, where people believe in germs, little microscopic organisms that are in there saying, "Oh, get you, my pretty." And even though a part of me might have subscribed to that belief, I am now waking up to the truth that my immune system is divine, divinely guided, divinely created, and supremely powerful in its ability to bring ease and harmony into my immune system, into my endocrine system, into my pineal gland, into the adrenals. Everything's relaxing now. Everything's regenerating. As if I just pressed restart on my computer. And I'm clearing my cache. Everything's renewing, restoring, regenerating. I have perfect trust in the miracle of my immunity. Who cares what's going on out there? I know what's going on in here. And it's all powerful. Ever so cool. Always taking care of me. Always supporting my spirit. In enjoying my body. In body, mind, and spirit. Nice deep breath. Here's to your health, James.
Here's to you.
Well,
Amen.
How many people felt like one of the tapping rounds that you didn't think was for you really was for you? Yeah.
Every single one.
Yes. That's why it works. It's so beautiful the way like we can come together and do this and all be helping each other heal.
Right.
Yeah. No such thing as a private session. Yes.
Question. Maybe you answered it before I got here, but I've never done tapping before, and you've got quite a routine here.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Are they connected to certain points?
Yeah. They're connected to the Chinese meridians.
Okay.
So, yeah, you know, like the liver point, but also the emotional points like resentment, embarrassment, shame.
So I can find out more about this.
You can. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can do all the research you want.
And the underarm one, that's the one.
The underarm one, yeah. I forget.
Okay, I'll look it up. Okay.
Okay, thank you. So with every acupressure point in Chinese medicine, there's an organ like the spleen, but there also, and this is where EFT is bringing new information to the planet, there's also an emotion related to that organ.
Yeah, what is the emotion of spleen? Do you know? Pardon? Do you know the emotion of
Yeah, it's
spleen?
faith in the future.
Faith in the future. Thank you.
What is it?
Faith in the future.
Oh, faith in the future.
So you could say the emotion is doubt, because when the spleen is out of balance, your absence of faith can be called doubt.
And not that we don't have faith, it's more about deepening our faith sometimes, you know, not that we don't have any faith, obviously we do, right? Yeah. Our immune system is there for us or whatever.
Yeah.
Deepening that quality.
Yeah. So the bartender is going to be closing the bar really soon. We want to know if there's somebody who wants one less round. Anybody?
Well,
Yes,
I
George?
hate to deprive you
No,
of
no,
more
I had
round, but
one.
I bet this is something that you'll experience too. I feel a lot of conflict here in Ajijic, when I read the newspaper, when I think about climate change, between my life, which is reasonably comfortable, reasonably safe, full of good people, good food. And I know there are many people in the world that do not experience that kind of safety and comfort.
Yes.
I see them in the
Yes.
streets. I
Yes.
hear about the charities where the orphans don't have, you know, the people that live on the north end of Lake Chapala who are struggling to grow crops and
Let's summarize.
everywhere.
Summarizing to make this more global.
I have survivor guilt or something.
Okay, so
Abundance.
what I hear you saying is your basic needs and a lot of your dreams have been actualized. So you're very self-actualized, especially compared to a large population on the planet. And sometimes what you feel is a combination of empathy for the suffering around you and guilt for having it so good.
And how come?
How
If
come?
we can all think our way to prosperity and
Yeah.
safety, how come
So there's a part of you just like wanting the answer to the question, where's the justice in all this bullshit?
Yeah, I'm wanting that to be a little truer.
You want it?
A
Yeah.
little more
Yeah. All right. So there's like three things on the table. I'm going to go with the one that I think has the most universal appeal. Okay. So answering questions that are very mysterious, that are very cosmic, is not one of my specialties. So, all right. So let's tune into an area in your life where you feel fortunate. And very often that feeling of gratitude is followed by a feeling of guilt or a perception of injustice or just the pain of being empathically connected to people who don't know where their next meal is going to come from. Sorrow, grief, the grief about it. So in one hand, your joy, your success, your liberation, and in the other hand, the suffering of humanity. So the question is not, can I release the suffering, my empathy, my guilt, so that I can just stay in joy all the time? But can these two hands get along better with each other? Can we have more harmony? Can we have more understanding that this is the in-breath of life? Gratitude for my existence and for my blessings. And the out-breath is, may all beings who are still suffering experience relief. May all beings be fed. So this is where you can turn your sense of powerlessness and injustice and guilt into just a very simple prayer. Instead of, why are they suffering? Instead of trying to answer the question, just train your mind to go to, thank you for my blessings, and may all beings be prospered. May all beings be fed. So empathy, which can be a black hole down the dark tube of depression, you turn your empathy into a prayer, and it becomes a tool for making the world a better place. Let's tap onto that. This will be our dessert. So it is 10 to 8. Everybody okay with doing a little more tapping? And then we'll do a song and we'll close our little circle. All right. So, gosh, it was explained. It's all out in the ethers. Everybody's connected to it. So let's just start tapping. Even though I feel so fortunate, for all my blessings, I also feel pain about how many are still suffering. And even though this sometimes feels like a contradiction, I choose to make peace with both sides of my emotions and fully love and accept myself. Even though I know I have it good. And I know a lot of people feel like a victim. And they seem very, very victim-y. Like they got the short end of the stick. And they don't have the education and the opportunities that I was given. So I do feel guilty. Like, why should I prosper when they don't have the means to prosper? And even though I feel all this guilt about my prospering, I choose to love and honor myself anyway. Even though I have mixed feelings about my fortunes and mixed feelings about those who are less fortunate. You could say my heart goes out to them. And I find it very difficult to enjoy my fortunes when I'm so brokenhearted about their suffering.
I am so brokenhearted without their son.
And even though I have all these mixed feelings,
Even though I have all these mixed feelings,
I choose to fully love and accept all parts of me.
I choose to love and accept all parts of me.
I am fortunate.
I am.
I feel fortunate.
I feel fortunate.
I feel graced.
I feel graced.
I am so grateful for my life.
I am so grateful for my life.
My heart goes out to those who are still in pain.
My heart goes out to those who are still in pain.
But does it do them any good
But does it do them any good
when my heart,
when my heart,
which belongs in the center of my chest,
which belongs in the center of my
goes
chest,
outside of my body
goes outside of my body,
as if I was disembodied?
as if I was disembodied?
And when I do this,
When I do this,
I suffer,
I suffer,
but I do not alleviate suffering.
but I do not alleviate.
So I choose to keep my heart
So I choose to keep my heart
where it belongs.
where it belongs.
And while I let myself feel gratitude
And while I let myself feel gratitude
for all my blessings,
for all my blessings,
I also wish the best
I also wish the best
for all of humanity.
for all of humanity.
May everyone have more than enough food.
May everyone have more than enough food.
May everyone be well educated.
May everyone be well educated.
May everyone be well loved.
May everyone be well loved.
And may this be my prayer
And may this be my prayer
while I'm sleeping or waking.
while I'm sleeping or waking.
May all be blessed.
May all be blessed.
May all,
be fed.
may all be loved.
May all be loved.
And may all eventually,
May all eventually,
in God's perfect timing,
in God's perfect time,
feel as fortunate and graced
feel as fortunate and graced
as I feel.
as I feel.
And the more I let myself feel grateful,
And the more I let myself feel grateful,
the more my gratitude
the more my gratitude
uplifts the world for the better.
uplifts the world. for the
My
better.
job is to tend to my vibration
My job is to tend to my vibration.
and trust that my good vibrations
And trust that vibrations
are being picked up by others.
are being picked up by others.
Where there is sadness,
Where there is sadness, where there is scarcity,
let me sow prosperity.
let me show prosperity.
Where there's suffering,
Where there is suffering,
let me sow grace.
let me sow grace.
Let me be graceful.
Let me be graceful.
And let my enjoyment of my life
And let my enjoyment of my life
spread like ripples
spread like ripples
to uplift all of humanity
to uplift all of humanity.
in body, mind, and spirit.
By mind and spirit.
Nice deep breath. We're going to end the recording, and I just want to say to anybody watching, I am available for private sessions, and if there's anything you think I can help you with, get in touch with me. Website, email address, it's all going to be in the bottom description. Thank you, and thanks for joining us today, tonight, or whenever you are in your here and now. Sometimes I sound like a radio announcer to myself.
What's the name of your